What's up, YouTube? Okay, before you get super pissed and start yelling at me in the comments, actually listen to what I am about to tell you right now, okay? I am just reporting the news, and I was actually reluctant to make this video because I know some of you are going to be raging in the comments already. Derek Carr's going nowhere, Willie. I'm not. Okay, look, here's just what Vincent Bonsignore, reporter of the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this guy's really clued in with the Raiders, talks to Josh McDaniels and Ziegler at the pressers, and also talks to them off camera a lot of the times. He knows what's up with his team, and this is what he's been told. He's been told that Josh McDaniels wants to draft a QB. All right? And look, this doesn't mean that he's going to compete with Derek Carr this year, but the plan for Josh McDaniels, and this is what he said to Bonsignore, is that the Raiders plan to draft a QB and develop him over time, all right? Let's get into this, and I'm going to talk about what this means for the Raiders and Derek Carr, all right? We're going to get into this. I know this is sensitive for a lot of people, but here's what he said. He says, we're going to add to that room. It's just a matter of how. That's what head coach Josh McDaniels has said. And look, before the Justin Herberts, before the Patrick Mahomes, before the Joe Burrows, where you draft a rookie QB and then he immediately starts, you used to develop QBs. Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre for quite some time. And it seems like this is exactly what Josh McDaniels wants to do. He wants to have a developmental quarterback, ideally a draft pick, who remains under contract for a prolonged time. We know each draft pick is 4 years, right? And here's what Josh McDaniels says. He says, at the end of the day, what we'd like to do is get into a cycle where we find people that we bring in and can train and we can develop. A great thing for a quarterback is to have time in a system, continued development year after year, not bring him in for 1 year, then sit there and say, all right, now I've got to go do it all over again. That's a pain in the butt sometimes. So right away, look, this is what he's saying. Best thing he'd want to do is draft a QB, let him develop under Derek Carr for multiple years. We know that we don't have a first and second round pick because of the Davante Adams trade. So it would have to be maybe a third round pick. Maybe we trade up. Maybe in the fourth round. You don't typically find great QBs there. But why else would he say this? He could be blowing smoke, trying to detract. But I think he really does believe this. McDaniels, developing a QB just in case over time, that's the cheaper option. And somebody who could maybe start for you after 4 years, right? McDaniels has said that we're going to draft the best players available. That's what we want to do. Even if you have to draft the same position in the row, they want to go BPA, best player available. And hey, maybe a quarterback will be the best player available in the third round. Who knows? There's some people out there. We've been told this isn't a great QB draft class, but you really never know. Russell Wilson wasn't a first round pick. Neither was Tom Brady, right? And if you have somebody that you can develop over time, really doesn't matter what round you pick them in, as long as they got the physical traits and the potential to be a great quarterback. So, look, this is really the kicker of the whole thing. At the end of the day, we want to develop somebody. So this is just straight facts. And let me just say what this means for Derek Carr. Let me just say what this means for the Raiders. And honestly, Derek Carr's whole extension that has not freaking happened yet, this all makes sense now. It all makes sense now to me why his extension has not happened yet. Okay, because clearly this is what McDaniels wants to do. He wants to draft a QB in the later rounds this year, have him under contract for 4 years, only extend Derek Carr for 2 years. So it'd be this year, then you got 2 more years, right? 2023 season, 2024 season. Boom, your rookie QB that you drafted this year will be on his 4th year when you could move away perhaps from Derek Carr after that 3-year deal. What is Derek Carr's camp going to do in this situation? What I believe, in my opinion, why this extension has taken so long after hearing this information is Derek Carr's camp is probably not trying to get just a 2-year extension. They don't want to just be done with the Raiders over 3 years if this guy's going to maybe draft a QB and develop him. No. What they want to do is get locked in probably for 4 years, 5 years. Then you wouldn't be able to draft a QB in this class and have them under contract when Derek Carr's contract expires. So that's clearly what's delaying this because, look, if Derek Carr was cool with the 2-year extension, I think it would happen by now because then the McDaniels would be able to draft his QB, develop him while Derek Carr competes for Super Bowls for the next 3 seasons, and then boom, move on from Derek Carr in that time frame, maybe even Davante Adams because he has no dead money in 2025. And there you have it. So I don't know. I think this makes perfect sense. I was shocked that this report came out. I was also surprised that, McDaniels would be so frank and kind of open with Vincent Bonsignore. So there is a possibility that this is smoke. There is a possibility that this is smoke in order to make his competitors think that he is going to pick a quarterback in the 3rd round or potentially trade up. There's that. But I personally think after what he did with Mac Jones, after what he's done with Matt Castle, when he was a backup quarterback for Tom Brady, I think McDaniels thinks he's a QB guru. He thinks he can coach somebody up. Everything that people say about John Gruden, I really do think is true about Josh McDaniels, where he thinks he could create greatness out of somebody. People used to make fun of Gruden. Oh, he wants to turn Nathan Peterman into the next Brett Favre. Well, I think Josh McDaniels actually wants to take somebody like that and develop him and turn him into the next Brett Favre, right? I mean, that's clearly what's in the plan. If he's being truthful, that's the plan. That's the plan. So I don't think Derek Carr will be happy about that. We need to develop this team. We need depth. We need to compete for Super Bowls. And just like with Jordan Love being drafted, while Aaron Rodgers is still under contract for quarterback with the Green Bay Packers, it made Aaron Rodgers upset. He was saying, "Hey, I need some help here, and in the first round, you're taking a QB. What's going on here?" And Derek Carr, he's going to feel the same way. Even if it's the third round, Derek Carr will probably feel like, "Hey, like, we need to win a Super Bowl, and you're over here picking a backup quarterback when you could just pluck up a veteran guy. Maybe you could just roll with Garrett Gilbert." Because, I think from Derek Carr's perspective, this is just my opinion, I don't know for sure. I think from Derek Carr's perspective, he would be thinking, well, if I get injured, it should be a wash anyways. The season should be a wash, right? You should not really think, okay, we're still going to compete. Like, for the Chiefs, if Mahomes gets injured, it's not like the Chiefs are expecting to win a Super Bowl if Mahomes has like a season-long injury. And so Derek Carr is probably thinking, in my opinion, that same way. Like, why would you need to prioritize drafting a backup quarterback anyways right now? Because if I get injured, the season's a wash. A little different when we had Mariota, because he was also a gadget player at the same time. So that kind of made a little bit of sense. But look, this is what I'd be thinking if I was Derek Carr. I don't know if he's thinking that. Maybe he's cool with this. Maybe he's like, you know what? Yeah, it's fine. Just extend me for 3 years and draft this guy to sit behind me and then let him compete for my job right this whole time. But hey, competition builds greatness. Derek Carr's a very talented quarterback. I don't think any rookie guy that McDaniels coaches up could really compete with Derek Carr, right? But it's also a money situation. We know that Derek Carr could get paid $40 million a year. Dave Ziegler was actually even asked about team-friendly deal. Is Tom Brady taking a team-friendly deal? And do you expect other players to do that? This is what he was asked about by Vincent Bonsignore, by the way. Let me just roll that clip.
Yeah, I don't think you can expect guys to always do that.
Definitely.
But
yeah, he did.
He did, and I would say, like, I wasn't involved in all the. I wasn't involved in that at all during my time in New England, so I don't really know like what the dynamics of that were and what those conversations were. So it would be irresponsible for me to, act like I did. But I think every individual, every player has their own process that they want to go through, and I think to expect someone to do something.
Thank you guys.
Take care, man.
Travel safe home.
Just because someone else did it, if you did that for everybody, you'd be in a hard spot of trying to get deals done. And I think everybody, like, again, it's to me, every negotiation is very individualistic, and it's very unique to that person and to the timing and to the position and whatever it may be. So no, I don't think we look at it like that. I think it's just it's just every negotiation's its own being.
So you have it from Ziegler himself. He doesn't expect Derek Carr to take a Tom Brady deal. You can't expect any player to do that, right? So we'll see what happens. I mean, yeah, I think the Raiders could afford Derek Carr at $40 million a year for 2023, for 2024. But when it comes to 2025, maybe they think they just can't do it, and that's why they want to develop a quarterback. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if it's a good idea for McDaniels to draft a QB and develop under Derek Carr, perhaps for the team. I mean, it really is long-term a good idea, but I just don't know if it'd make Derek Carr happy, and perhaps those resources could be used elsewhere. Let's pick up another offensive lineman. Let's pick up another interior defensive lineman. Maybe let's try to get another receiver who could help out, right, in case somebody goes down. There's more assets that we can gain to help us right now. I just don't know if this is a good idea, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. I had to update you guys on this because I was shocked by this report, and it's from Vincent Bonsignore, who, like him or not, he is close to this football team and close to, these characters who are involved in this decision-making process, and he is speaking to them, and this is what he's told. So let me know how you feel about it. My name is WiFiWillie, and this is the Raiders Rundown. Peace out, and have a good one.